Naughty Dog have just gave us the biggest announcement for their next Last of Us game. Now everyone's been speculating online when The Last of Us 3 will eventually get any kind of news related to its release and also upcoming release date whenever it does eventually get made. And that is completely reasonable, as The Last of Us series is one of the best video game series of all time. But just a couple of days ago, Naughty Dog reached out and informed that Troy Baker is actually returning to The Last of Us Part 3 in the third game. The head of Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann, said that this won't not be The Last of Us Part 3 but instead focus on a more Joel storyline, which actually then genuinely surprises me. And I guess their plan is to just give as much back to the fans as when he initially died in The Last of Us Part 2 at the hands of Abby. But I think the biggest reveal of all this is that Troy Baker, the actor, of course Joe, and many other great video game characters, is of course returning for this role in 2020 whenever. Now Naughty Dog have yet to confirm what this could actually be, but I believe it's definitely going to be a Joel prequel story. Probably focusing on his life before of course he lost his first daughter and his whole relationship with Ellie in the first game. And it's also good to know that Troy Baker is not done with Naughty Dog, as he's actually going to be starring in a bunch of their own new projects coming in the next few years. And Druckmann has stated that they will be ending the series on a third and final game. Although this unknown Joel project isn't really confirmed to be Last of Us Part 3, I could definitely see him being a major part of The Last of Us Part 3 and possibly acting as a prequel to the first two. It would be very nice for the third game to explore more of Joel's backstory before he eventually had his daughter killed, and that of course the abomination of the apocalypse. And seeing his whole career before he eventually teamed up with Ellie, travelling across America. Pairing that with Ellie's final story may actually give us a little bit more insight on what Joel was like as a person, and seeing how Ellie really looked up to him. And even after all this new hype about Joel returning in The Last of Us Part 3, we could actually eventually see more people going towards the TV show and its upcoming season 2. So feel free to let me know your guys' thoughts on this news down below. How do you think Naughty Dog are planning to make Joel come back into the series, and how do you think The Last of Us Part 3 story will play out in this brand new era? And if you like videos like this, you'll probably enjoy this video that's on your screen right now. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.